the four horsemen of the apocalypse are often looked at by themselves as a phenomenon in the book of Revelation, but they are actually the beginning of what I like to refer to as the heavenly intervention. The seven seals are broken, after which seven trumpets are blown, and God intervenes to rescue his persecuted people. Now, his intervention, God's intervention, brings about both a cosmic and a social upheaval. We'll see the effects both in the cosmos and in society of God's intervention as he brings about the liberation of his people and ultimately the triumph of God on earth. But with the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the first four of the seven seals are peeled. And so seals 1 through 4 consist of social collapse and are focused on the earth with the four horsemen of the apocalypse, in which a conqueror brings about war that results in famine, that results in pestilence, and ultimately death. Seal number 5 is almost like a midway seal that reflects and recollects the persecutions of the people of God. And when the fifth seal is peeled, the voices of the martyrs are heard from underneath the altar in heaven, giving what is a typical lamentation to Almighty God. How long, O Lord, must we endure? This is a vision that is focused in heaven as the prayers of the martyrs are coming forth and are being heard in heaven by God. And the voice answers their question, how long? And it's a rather disquieting, unnerving answer in which it says, until the quota of those to bear witness as you have has been fulfilled. Now that's a very, very disquieting answer because it shows that there is a certain number of those who are to give their lives for the faith. But the comfort in that is God has a purpose in the suffering of his holy people. So they ask, how long, O Lord? And he says, not until the quota has been fulfilled of those to give witness as you have. And that is the fifth seal. The sixth seal, we see a transition from social collapse to cosmic collapse. And what we see in the sixth seal is the shaking of the earth, the falling of the stars, the cosmos, not quite the heavenly realm, but that realm between heaven and earth sees a collapse. And there's where we see often some fundamentalist interpretations as the stars will fall, the sky will be rolled up, the sun's color will change or will be darkened. But what that basically shows in the sixth seal is we go from social collapse in the four horsemen of the apocalypse to a collapse of the cosmos, this effect that God's intervention will have on the world for his interceding on behalf of his holy people. This is interrupted by an interlude, which I will address in another video, in which John has the vision of the 144,000 and a countless multitude of those who have washed their robes white in the blood of the Lamb. But the seventh seal, which has caused great speculation, books have been written, preachers have preached on what the meaning of it is. The seventh seal kind of ends as an anticlimax because after the social collapse, after the cosmic collapse, and after the prayer of the martyrs being answered by God, the seventh seal ends with a great silence in heaven for 1/2 hour, very specific as to the time frame. And when you ponder that idea of after all this collapse around them, nothing is happening with the peeling of the seventh seal. And during that great silence, the trumpets are handed out to the various angels, and the world continues to prepare for God's further intervention in the blowing of the seven trumpets.